So now I want to go over some basic addition and subtraction rules when dealing with integers. So we can start here with our number line. Notice I have it from -5 to 6 here. Let's say we want to take the number 2, and we're going to add 1 to it. So a very simple problem here. Hopefully we all know what 2 plus 1 is, but I just kind of want to give a little idea of what's going on here. If we start with the number 2 and we add 1, what we're going to do is we're going to move to the right 1. We're adding 1 to it. Okay, we have a positive number. We're adding another number to it. Okay, so if we move to the right 1, we're going to get that the answer is 3. Okay. But let's say we wanted to start with the number 1, and we're going to add negative 2 to it, okay? So let's say we start here with 1. When we add a negative number, that's the same thing as subtracting, or you could think about it on a number line as moving to the left, okay? So if we add -2, we're going to go to the left 2. So if we have 1 plus -2, that's the same thing as 1 minus 2, which is going to give us -1. But what if we tried -2 plus -1? Okay, well here we're starting at the point -2, and we're going to add a -1 to it. So if we add a -1 to it, we're going to move to the left 1, which is going to give us -3. So one thing that I want you to kind of take away from this is if you have a negative number and you add another negative number to it, what you're really seeing here is that you can just go ahead and add the two numbers as if they were positive and then just make the answer negative. So we saw here that 2 plus 1 was equal to 3, but -2 plus -1 is equal to -3. That's always going to work. So if you have a negative number added to another negative number, it's going to be the same thing as the positive number added to the positive number, except the answer is just going to be negative. Okay, so here, let's take a look at a few examples. Okay, let's say we have 46 plus -47. Okay, so if we have 46 plus -47, that would be the same thing as 46 plus 47, but we're going to make the answer negative. So we have 46 plus 47. We'll do this the old-fashioned way. Here we have 7 plus 6 is going to give us 13. Okay, so if we add 4 plus 4 plus 1, we get 93. Okay, but remember, we're going to make the answer negative, so we get -93. Okay, so that's what that's going to look like. But what if we have -34 plus 30? Well, this is going to do the same thing as starting at -34, and we're going to go to the right 30. Okay, so hopefully this is something we could do in our heads fairly briefly. If we have -34 and we move to the right 30, we're going to move to the right 30 individual units, which is going to give us -4. Okay. Now, if we start with 59 plus -27, this is the same thing as subtracting 27 from 59. So we can do this the normal way. Okay, if we have 9 minus 7, that's going to give us 2, and we have 5 minus 2, that's going to give us 3. So the answer here should be 32. So we can move this and say that our answer is 32. Okay. So the next thing I want to talk about is maybe adding and subtracting multiple, meaning, I guess in this case, meaning more than 2. I guess I should say we're going to add and subtract more than 2 integers together. Okay, so we're going to follow the same rules that we normally do, but we're going to break it into pieces. So when you're adding and subtracting integers together, what we're going to do is we're going to, let's say you have 3 of them here like this, -9 plus 1 plus 3, we can go ahead and break it into 2 steps. So here we have negative 9 plus 1. Okay, so we're going to combine these together first. So negative 9 plus 1, that's going to start at negative 9 and move to the right 1. So that's going to give us negative 8. And now we can just bring down this plus 3. Okay, and then we can do negative 8 plus 3, which is going to give us negative 5. Okay, remember that's the same thing as starting at negative 8 and moving to the right 3. Okay, so now let's look at 2 minus 5 plus 9. So if we start with 2 minus 5, that's the same thing as starting at 2 and moving to the left 5. So that's going to give us negative 3. And then we're going to bring down the plus 9. So we have negative 3 plus 9. That's going to give us 6. Because remember, this is the same thing as starting at negative 3, and we're going to move to the right 9, which is going to give us 6. Or you could also think of this as 9 minus 3, which is 6. There's a couple of ways you can think of that.